Drove in all 3 runs. 5-4 or 4-3. Yeah, he had a ball.
Good evening, Black Bear fans. Welcome to David Story Field on this gorgeous Longview evening. I'm Benjamin State, your public interest announcer for the evening. Tonight we welcome the Northwest Star Nighthawks for the second and final game of this series. First pitch is scheduled for 6:35 p.m. Fans, we're excited to welcome you here for our first Throwback Thursday. Every Thursday home game this season will celebrate 15 years of Black Bear baseball here at David Story Field. You can expect throwback music all night long, plus ticket prices matching our first season 15 years ago. General admission tickets will be $7, grandstand reserve will be $10. We'll also be recognizing everyone who made College Black Bears baseball so special throughout our time here, including our current and former employees, our beloved host families, loyal season ticket members, our community partners, and of course, former Black Bear players and coaches. We hope you'll join us every Thursday this season as we celebrate 15 years.
Right? I mean, it's all about the 15, and I knew as soon as they put in, oh no, they got the runs off blue. Oh yeah. They're back to back. Homer.
After tonight's game, the Black Bears will head to Yakima for a pregame series against the Pippins. Your Bears will be back in town next Tuesday, June 10th, to take on the newest member of the West Coast League, the Marion Berries. Join us back here next Tuesday through Thursday for an exciting midweek matchup that you won't want to miss out on. There'll be another $3 Tuesday on June 10th, plus it's also a school night on Wednesday, June 11th. To learn more about these events and our other promotional nights, go to collegeblackbears.com. As don't forget to pick up your free 2024-2025 souvenir program, as well as series previews and rosters for both teams as you enter the gate this evening. As well as great photos and articles, it contains a scorecard that you can use for tonight's game. College Black Bears and the West Coast League are proud of the reputation of the league and would like to ensure that the ballpark holds safe and enjoyable events for all our visitors. Please help us in making this possible by promoting good sportsmanship on and off the playing field. Once again, the first pitch this afternoon is scheduled for 6:35 p.m. Now sit back, relax, and have some fun at the ballpark. Let's go, Black Bears!
Admittedly, I probably did it subliminally for you, so I can come back a brand new me. You have seen me through and don't even realize what you did. Believe me,
I don't know, I just came in on 9 inches, parked in the last row and walked through.
I think I got a tear in my eye. Feel like a king of my world. Haters connect like bees with those fingers and drop dead. No more peace fingers, no more drama from now. I promise to focus only on handling my
shortstop from Rogers State, number 5, Tyler Nelson. Batting third, the first baseman from Shoreline Community College, number 36, Paxton Bigsby. Batting fourth, the left fielder from Utah Tech, number 19, Finnegan Stewart. Batting fifth, the catcher from Loyola Marymount University, number 27, Jose Carmona Jr. Batting sixth, the right fielder from USC, number 23, Josh Hansen. Batting seventh, the designated hitter from Skagit Valley Community College, number 9, Gavin Hoffenroth. Batting eighth, the second baseman from UNLV, number 7, Nicky Gaetano. Batting ninth, the third baseman from Lower Columbia College, number 4, Sam Davidson. Starting pitcher for the Black Bears tonight is number 32 from Southern Idaho, Will Rizzle. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem. Please welcome, representing the Southwest Washington Baptist Association, Bill Peters.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Phil. The fans are ready. The Black Bears are ready. Let's play ball.
Happy Thursday, everybody, as we are back at David Story Field for Game 2 of 2 between the Northwest Star Nighthawks and the Cowlitz Black Bears. The Black Bears won on Tuesday 9-2 against the Nighthawks, scoring 5 in the first 2 innings, scoring 3 in the 5th, and 1 in the 4th in row 2, 9 runs on 12 hits. Looking to do that again and complete this exhibition sweep after the off day yesterday. Let's take a look at the Northwest Star Nighthawks lineup. It'll be J.R. Starr leading off in left field, Aaron Henry in center batting second, Luke Kovac at short batting third, John Wright, the DH, batting fourth, Rylan Taguchi, the third baseman, batting fifth, McConaughey Geisen, right fielder, batting sixth, Trey Williams at first, batting seventh, Maurice Solam at second base, batting eighth, and Jace Audison, the catcher, batting in the 9-hole for Will Grizzle, the pitcher for the Black Bears. We haven't seen him quite yet this season. Born in Meridian, Idaho, a bit west of Boise. He played with the College of Southern Idaho his freshman year this season. Didn't play a game for him, but is now here ready for his first start and his first game, non-league or regular season, in a Black Bears uniform. As we are just about to get set here in Game 2 of 2 before the Black Bears head up to Yakima for a 3-gamer, regular season 3-gamer against the Pippins. But for now, here is the first pitch of tonight's ball game at exactly 6:35 as J.R. Starr has the bunt, pulls it back, and it's called ball 1 outside. Paxton Bigby, as usual, charging up way onto the grass for the bunt, but doesn't show it this time as that's popped up foul ground. Speaking of Big B, he'll call everyone off and make the catch in foul ground for out number 1. Well, now it'll be Aaron Henry's turn batting from the left side. He struck out 4 times in an 0 for 5 game on Tuesday. Just was not able to make contact with the ball yesterday. A lot of swing and miss strikes. Now moving down to the 2-hole, he switches positions with J.R. Starr in the lineup. First pitch just misses for ball 1. Let's take a look at the defense. It is Finn Stewart in left, Matt Priest in center, Josh Hansen in right, making his first start of the season, and then Davidson, Nelson, Garitano, Bigby third to first, and Jose Carmona Jr. behind the dish for Grizzle as he tosses one inside for ball 2. Grizzle standing at 6'4". Toes the rubber, and that one's fouled off. Davidson making a run on it, but it'll go out of play above the stands. One hopping into the parking lot, and it's 2-1. Grizzle went to Mountain View High School. Had a decent first 2 seasons there, but was injured a lot in his last 2 campaigns, only pitching a combined 20 and a third innings in his last 2 seasons in high school. So that one's high, 3-1. Even then, still was pretty good rankings-wise. Was number 3 overall in Idaho and the number 2 right-handed pitcher in Idaho via perfect game rankings last season in 2024. That one, thought it was ball 4, Henry did, but it's called strike 2 and the count runs full. Henry tosses his bat and everything, says my bad to home plate umpire Jeremiah Comeron. And now the 3-2 from Grizzle. That one is actually ball 4, a bit high, and Aaron Henry will reach on the 1-out walk. That'll bring up the 3-hitter Luke Kovac. Kovac had himself a pretty decent game on Tuesday. Went 2 for 4, drove in one of the 2 Nighthawks runs, and struck out once in his game, as that's quick throw back to first already for Grizzle. Aaron Henry back safely. First pitch in the dirt, good scoop by Carmona Jr. behind the dish, and it's 1-0. Aaron Henry stole 4 bags this season at Mount Hood Community College, playing against a lot of his teammates. On the Black Bears side, fakes running, doesn't end up going, and that one's popped up also in foul ground. Bigby calling everyone off and making the grab for out number 2. So 2 flyouts to Bigby in foul ground for the first 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. That'll bring up the cleanup man, John Wright. Aaron Henry still on first. 2 outs here as Will Grizzle looking to make his first inning of 2025 for the Black Bears, a scoreless one. Throw back to first. Not in time. Henry gets back there safely. Luke Kovac. After the flyout, now it's John Wright. Utility man has yet to get a hit so far in his season with the Nighthawks as he swings through that one for strike 1. Went 0 for 3 yesterday, or on Tuesday, with 2 strikeouts. Not too big of a lead off of first from Henry, but still throwing back anyways is Grizzle as Henry gets back safely. 3-2 walk got him to first, but 2 outs here in the first frame today. 0-1. Another swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. So John Wright also played at Mount Hood alongside his teammate Henry at first. Hit 236, 13 hits in 23 games. Had a 4-hit game versus Clackamas on May 8th. There goes Henry. Called a ball, throw by Carmona Jr. One hops and he got him. Great throw on a hop by Carmona Jr. And he gets Henry trying to steal second. We head to the bottom of the first, no score.
Fans, we've got a full lineup of exciting summer fun planned for you this season that you definitely will not want to miss out on.
Dick Hanna Toyota is proud to support our Cowlitz Black Bears. One of the nicest experiences each summer is to be with family and friends and watch these talented baseball players. The folks over at Dick Hanna Toyota know a thing or two about nice. Dick Hanna has been around for over 75 years, and they're a local family-owned business with a tradition of supporting our community. Dick Hanna Toyota. Believe in nice.
Your poor wallet. It gets misplaced, sat on, and abused by outrageous car payments. At Fiber Federal Credit Union, we think it's high time you reward your wallet by lowering your auto loan payment. For a limited time, refinance from another lender and get a great rate from Fiber Federal with a 1% cashback bonus on your payoff amount, no payments for 60 days, and 0 fees, including title transfer. Refi your ride, reward your wallet at Fiber Federal. We're kind of like a family, only we're a credit union.
Bottom of the first here in Longview, as it's technically 1-2-3 for Will Grizzle after the nice caught stealing. Carmona making a nice one-hop throw to second to get the third out, get Henry stealing. Let's take a look at the Black Bears lineup. It looks a bit familiar, at least in the top half for Dan Spencer's squad. It'll be Matt Priest leading us off again. Tyler Nelson at short batting second. Paxton Bigby at first batting third. Finn Stewart in the cleanup spot in left field. Carmona Jr. catching batting fifth. Josh Hansen making his first start of the season in right field batting sixth. Gavin Poffenroth, the DH, batting seventh. Nicky Garitano, the second baseman, batting eighth. And Sam Davidson back after a couple games due to an injury, but now back in the lineup at third base, batting in the 9-hole. For pitcher Emerson Dennis for the Nighthawks. He played at Linfield his junior season this year. Played under Dan Spencer, so it seems like Dan Spencer might know his pitcher quite well, even though he did only pitch 3 1/3 innings this season with Linfield. Mostly played in the beginning to middle of April, played on April 9th versus Lewis and Clark. Most innings pitched he had 1 2/3. Gave up a run, struck out 3, gave up a home run. He's given up 9 earned runs in those 3 1/3. That means it's a 24.3 ERA for the pitcher from Happy Valley, Oregon, suburb of Portland. First pitch swung on and missed by Priest, and it's 0-1. Matt Priest had himself one heck of a game on Tuesday. Went 3 for 4, scored 3 times, drove in 2, and walked once. Had a really nice game in the 9-2 Cowlitz victory. 0-1 backs him up a bit, and it's 1-1. Emerson Dennis played for Linfield's junior varsity team last season in 2024 and in 2023. They're committing there out of Central Catholic High School. One misses a bit low, and it's 2-1. So both Priest, Nelson, and Bigby all got at least 2 hits Tuesday. Breaking ball gets a piece of it, fouls it back into catcher Audison's padding for strike 2. It's weird having an off day on a Wednesday. Keep wanting to say yesterday, even though there was no game yesterday, but the Wednesday off days definitely will not be a common thing during this season. 2-2's way high, and the count runs full, 3-2. Dennis chose Linfield over schools like Corbin, Centralia, Whitman, Mount Hood, George Fox, Puget Sound, and Lewis and Clark, where he all got offers. Ended up choosing Dan Spencer's squad and finally playing for the first time this past season. 3-2. Breaking ball freezes Priest. He thought it was a bit inside, but he goes down looking. First strikeout for Emerson Dennis today, and that's the first out here in the bottom of the first. And that'll bring up Tyler Nelson. That is 23rd birthday on Tuesday. And as a present to himself, he went 2 for 3, scored twice, drove in 1, and walked twice. Him and Priest were very good at the top of the order on Tuesday. First pitch breaking ball hits him right on the back, and Nelson will take first base. Didn't seem to be too phased by that one. It was just a breaking ball. He'll take his free base, and now it'll be Paxton Bigby, the number 3 hitter, coming up with a man on first and 1 out. Bigby, one of the 2 lefties in this lineup alongside Carmona Jr. He's been a pretty good mainstay in this lineup, mostly hitting out of that 3-hole behind Nelson and Priest. That one's high and outside for ball 1. Nelson on first. He's got 12 stolen bases this year for Rogers State. Has one on Tuesday against Northwest Star, but diving back to first safely. Bigby got 2 hits, and his 2 hits drove in 3. Didn't score, but still 2 RBI singles. That one's to second. Solam to second for 1, on to first for 2. So 1, 2, 3, top and bottom of the first for both squads here as we head to the second. No score.
Get ready for another summer of family-friendly fun with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Rally your crew and head down to David Story Field for delicious food and drinks, affordable entertainment, and unforgettable memories. The Black Bears can host your group, business, friends, and youth sports team. Whether you're entertaining clients, treating your employees, or just looking for a fun night out with coworkers, David Story Field is the place to be. Create a summer of great memories with the Black Bears. Book your group outing today at cowlitzblackbears.com.
You know what it takes to be successful. When you're ready for a bank that looks at the world like you do, bank outside the ordinary with Heritage Bank. Located here in Longview at 927 Commerce or online at heritagebanknw.com. That's heritagebanknw.com. Member FDIC.
Top of the second, and Dan Spencer is already making a pitching change for the Black Bears as he'll bring in Matt Champion to pitch after Will Grizzle goes 1, 2, 3 in the first. Not too sure why Spencer decides to make the switch so early to Champion, but regardless, he has gone with Champion before so far in this season. He pitched against Portland. Didn't do the greatest, pitched 1 1/3, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs, and hit 3 batters while also going 1 for 3 with a strikeout in that game on Friday, the home opener against the Pickles. Pickles, by the way, are the only team in the South Division to remain undefeated. They are 5-0 after beating Corvallis yesterday and on Tuesday. Their third game is today. They start at 7:15. They start a lot later than all the other teams during these weekday games, as first pitch is inside to John Wright, who's back up there after Aaron Henry got caught trying to steal second to end the first. 1-0 swung on and missed, and it's 1-1. So Champion has done his fair share of pitching and hitting. He's a two-way player. Redshirted for LMU this season. That one's inside, ball 2. So this might be a pitcher-catcher battery you will see soon at Loyola Marymount, as Jose Carmona Jr. is also committed there. Swung on and missed, and it's 2-2. So far in the regular season, though, Matt Champion has 1 hit in 8 tries in 3 games against Portland this weekend. That one's fouled back and will stay at 2-2. Had a double versus Ridgefield on Thursday. Last Thursday. I guess it's been a week since that game now. 2-2. That one just misses, and it's 3-2. Champion pitched for the USA national team against Venezuela and Panama in 2022 and against Korea in 2023 in the bronze medal game. So that one's fouled up and over into the stands. We'll do it again at 3-2. That's grounded to short. Nelson makes the throw over to Big B at first, and that's the first out. Oh, now that will bring up Rylan Taguchi. Taguchi only registered 1 at-bat. He struck out in that at-bat, but he also walked 3 times. So was able to reach base. Didn't end up coming around to score in either of those 3. First pitch a bit outside for ball 1. Taguchi played for Clark College down in Vancouver. Born in Highlands Ranch, Colorado, though. Just south of Denver as that hits the zone for strike 1. Went to Rock Canyon High School where he hit .225 in 24 games. That swung on and missed for strike 2. Taguchi hit .308 in 31 games, a decent sample size, but got on about half the time at a .505 on base percentage. Foul tipped into the catcher's glove, and that is strike 3. First strikeout of the day for Matt Champion, and that's the second out. First 2 retired here in the top of the second, and that'll bring up McConaughey Geisen. We saw start Tuesday. Went 0 for 4 with a strikeout. That one just misses outside for ball 1. Geisen has yet to get a hit in this season for the Nighthawks. Went 0 for 3 against Corvallis, but drove in a run on a walk and went 0 for 4 on Tuesday as that one's fouled out to the right and out of play for strike 1. Geisen from Battleground, Washington, not too far away from where we're at right now in Longview. Went to Northwest Nazarene this season. Grounded past the glove of Champion. Running at it is Garitano, and he'll make the throw over to first. And a nice 1-2-3 inning for Matt Champion. We head to the bottom of the second, still no score.
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Cowlitz Black Bears.
Join the Cowlitz Black Bears for a summer full of fun with $3 Tuesdays and kids and free Sundays. Every Tuesday home game, general admission tickets, hot dogs, nachos, and domestic canned beer are all just $3. Plus, every Sunday, kids 12 and under get free admission when accompanied by an adult thanks to Peace Health and the Daily News. Don't miss out on affordable family fun every Tuesday and Sunday with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Get your tickets today at cowlitzblackbears.com.
Bottom second here as Emerson Dennis back out there for another inning after a 1-2-3, getting Paxton Bigby to roll into a 4-6-3 double play. It'll be 4-5-6 in the Black Bears order he'll have to face. Starting off with Finnegan Stewart. After him, it'll be Carmona Jr. and Josh Hansen. Finn Stewart got a hit on Tuesday, went 1 for 4, drove in a run with that hit. One of the 9 that Cowlitz ended up scoring on Tuesday. Now, first pitch from Dennis. Fly ball into shallow center. And it'll be Kovac calling everyone off and making the grab for out number 1. So 1 pitch, 1 out. This is a high fly ball. Luke Kovac able to backtrack and make the grab, as now it'll be Jose Carmona Jr. Went 2 for 4, had himself a double, drove in a run, scored a run, and struck out yesterday in his 4 ABs. Hit the first double since, the first extra base hit since Ridgefield last Thursday, where Matt Champion and Finn Stewart both hit doubles. First pitch was a strike, and now the 0-1 is way outside and hits the screens for ball 1. On 1, another one high for ball 2. Emerson Dennis was a bit wild in his outings. Gave up 3 walks on March 11th against Bushnell, as breaking ball is fouled off the mask of Audison, and that's 2-2. Dennis was the number 17 overall ranking in Oregon and the number 4 right-handed pitcher in Oregon, according to Baseball Northwest rankings when he graduated in 2022. Breaking ball misses a bit high, and the count runs full. Seen a lot of full counts here early for both squads. Still no hits from either side yet. A couple base runners, though, as Nelson was hit by a pitch, and a walk to Aaron Henry. And now a walk to Carmona Jr. as he takes his free bag. And just like the first inning, a man on first here with 1 out. This time it's for Josh Hansen. Newcomer just got here yesterday. Hadn't at bat, struck out on Tuesday, but having his first start of the Black Bears season. Didn't play for USC team that made it to the NCAA Regional. He was teammates with Matt Priest, but now is in the transfer portal right now. First pitch, breaking ball misses high and inside for ball 1. Josh went to IMG Academy as teammates in high school with Jackson Ferris, who you may know is the number 5 left-handed prospect in MLB's power rankings. And that one hits the zone for strike 1. A lot of great athletic talent coming out of IMG Academy in Bradenton, Florida. That one's roped into right center field, and that's going to get down all the way to the wall. Carmona rounding second. He's heading for third, and they're going to send him. Colin Dixon sends him around third. Here's the throw to the plate, and it is in time. So a double for Josh Hansen, his first hit in a Black Bears uniform, but Carmona Jr. thrown out at home. after a good relay from the Nighthawks defense. And that'll be the second out. It was a nice hit to the opposite field from Hansen. Went all the way to the Fiber Family Fridays sign out there in right center field. As there will be a bit of a meeting on the mound, a quick meeting between Otteson and Dennis. And with Hansen on second now, it'll be Gavin Poffenroth coming up for his first at-bat. He came in as a pinch hitter yesterday, struck out. It's his first non-league appearance of the season. Played in all 3 games against Portland in some capacity. So that one's outside for ball 1. Poffenroth came in as a pinch hitter on Friday and Sunday. Started the game on Saturday, but was pinch hit for after going 0 for 2. Still has yet to get a hit this season. 1-0 is inside, and it's 2-0. So Hansen the double. Carmona Jr. gets the risky send at third, and it doesn't pay off as he's thrown out at home. Now Hansen stands on second with 2 outs. 2-0. Good breaking ball hits the zone for strike 1. Seen a lot of those breaking balls. It really has been on and off for Dennis so far in this outing. Either it's been way inside and it hit Tyler Nelson at one point, or it's been right down Broadway for these guys, and that's what got Priest looking. Fastball inside, and it's 3-1. Nicky Garitano standing on deck after the first hit of the ball game from Josh Hansen. He stands on second, and now 3-1. Next swing did go, and the count runs full yet again. A lot of full counts here in this one so far through 1 2/3. Decent lead off of second from Hansen, getting covered out there by Solam. See him bat next inning. There goes Hansen as that breaking ball is called strike 3. As Poffenroth goes down looking, and that's the third out. No runs come in after the Hansen double. They get Carmona Jr. out at home, and we head to the top of the third. Still no score.
Join the Black Bears for a night to remember on Thursday, July 24th. Bring the kids out to the ballpark for the always popular Dash for Cash, presented by Heritage Bank. All kids 12 and under will get to go on the field to dash for their share of $1,000 in cash. Then, stick around after the game as the Black Bears light up the night sky with their first ever drone show, presented by Pacific Tech Construction and Western Fabrication. Tickets will go fast. Get yours today at CowlitzBlackBears.com.
Call WeatherGuard.
577-7200.
WeatherGuard!
Private leak. Why do I have a drip in my office and water on my desk?
Because the roof is bad. I tried to fix it myself, sir.
Didn't I tell you to call the guard?
The guard?
Yes, Private, the guard. WeatherGuard.
Oh, yeah. They'll keep you dry in the rain or snow. 577-7200.
They're our first defense against the weather. Now, call WeatherGuard.
Sir, yes, sir.
Keep you dry in the rain or snow.
577-7200.
WeatherGuard!
Top 3 as Matt Champion is back out there for his second inning. He'll be facing the bottom of the lineup for Rocco Ferrari's Nighthawks squad. It'll be Trey Williams leading it off, and then Maurice Salam and Jace Otteson. Any of them get on, it'll be J.R. Starr back at the top of the lineup to face Champion. First, it'll be Trey Williams batting from the left side. He came in as a pinch hitter. Was hit by the first pitch he saw, and the only pitch he saw in the game, and took his base. First pitch here is outside for ball one. Trey Williams played at Corbin University his junior season this year. That one hits the outside for strike one. Williams only played 4 games at Corbin this season. Went 1 for 10. His one hit came on April 15th versus Willamette. His one hit was a double, though. That one's outside. It's 2-1. Has played a combined 19 games in his 3 seasons with Corbin so far in his college career. Swung on and missed, and it's 2-2. He's gotten 5 hits in those 3 seasons, 1 for 10 this season, and he went 4 for 31 in 2023. Swung on and missed, and that's strike 3. Second strikeout for Champion, and it's the first out here in the third. Williams goes down swinging for the first out, and that'll bring up Maurice Solom. Solom had a base hit on Tuesday against Cowlitz. Ended up scoring, but struck out twice. First pitch swinging over to short, and Nelson makes a throw over to first for the second out. So some good, efficient pitching from Champion. He's gotten a couple ground balls. 3 ground ball outs and 2 strikeouts have him retiring the first 5 he's faced so far in this outing. Now 2 outs for Jace Audison, the catcher. On the other side, he went 1 for 3, hit a double, drove in a run on Tuesday, and first pitch swinging again, and that one's also to Nelson. He'll make the throw over to first, and another 1-2-3 inning for Matt Champion. A quick 1-2-3 as we head to the bottom of the third, still no score.
Join the Black Bears on Saturday, July 12th in a night to honor the brave men and women in our community with the special First Responders Jersey Auction presented by Steelscape. Fans will get to bid on these special edition game-worn jerseys, and the winning bidder will be invited onto the field for photos after the game. Each jersey will feature a patch representing one of the local law enforcement and fire agencies around Cowlitz County. 100% of the proceeds from the jersey auction will go toward Cowlitz County Habitat for Humanity. Get your tickets today at CowlitzBlackBears.com to be a part of this special event. June is full of family fun with the Black Bears at David Story Field. Enjoy $3 Tuesdays all month long with $3 admission tickets, hot dogs, nachos, domestic canned beer, and bottled soda. On Wednesday, June 11th, it's Kelso School District Night, where students, teachers, and faculty members from Kelso get in free. Then on Thursday, June 19th, all youth baseball and softball players will get in for free when they show up in their team uniform. Join the fun and get your tickets now at CowlitzBlackBears.com.
Bottom 3, and Matt Champion gets out of the third inning, having struck out Trey Williams swinging and then giving up 2 ground balls on the first pitch. Pretty efficient third inning for Champion, as Emerson Dennis back out there for a third inning. He'll be facing off against Nicky Garitano to lead off, and then Sam Davidson, who's back in the lineup after a couple game absence, and then back to the top of the lineup in Matt Priest. Garitano had an 0 for 3 game on Tuesday, walked and scored. After walking, scored one of the 9 runs for Cowlitz. As we're ready to get set here in the bottom of the third, only one hit, the Josh Hansen double between the 2 squads, as Garitano pulls the bunt back, and it's still called strike 1. Seen Nicky show bunt a lot. Had himself a bunt base hit. That's one of his 2 hits in non-league play on last Thursday versus Ridgefield, as that one misses just high for ball 1. 1-1 is just outside and low, and it's ball 2. Garetano has 2 hits in the regular season, got 2 against Portland on Saturday in game 2 of that 3-game series. That one hits him right on the back, and Garetano will take first. The second hit batter of the day for Emerson Dennis. And a Cowlitz Black Bear has reached base due to a hit by pitch or a walk in all 3 innings so far against Dennis. 2 hit by pitches, a walk, and a double, the 4 base runners for the Black Bears in this one, but first time the leadoff man has reached for the Black Bears offense today. First pitch to Davidson shows bunt, fouls it up near the on-deck circle, and it's 0-1. Sam Davidson's last game was on Saturday versus Portland. He got 2 hits, went 2 for 3 with a walk, but missed a couple games due to injury. Now back in the lineup, manning the hot corner at third base as he was for the first 3 games of the season. That one skied foul, and it will go out of play over to the right side. Garetano had himself a stolen bag on Tuesday versus Northwest Star. After reaching on the walk, this one a hit by pitch as Davidson has to duck on a pitch high and inside, and it's 1-2. Davidson, Lower Columbia. This is his home stadium, at least for the 2025 season. That one gets past Audison, and Garetano will make the jog over to second. He advances 90 feet, and it's 2-2. Now runner in scoring position with nobody out, and the 2-2 to Sam Davidson, the 9-hitter. Matt Priest on deck. He struck out looking in his last at-bat in the first to lead off the bottom half. As it looks like it will be a balk by Dennis, and that will send Garetano to third. So now the first run of the game, 90 feet away after the balk by Dennis, and still 2-2. Pass ball and a balk gets Garetano from first to third relatively easily. Now the 2-2. That one misses low and inside, and the count runs full. We've seen a lot of full counts today so far. And no change here against Davidson. Three-two. That one's fought off foul down the first base line. A lot of backspin on that one. It'll roll over to the wall over near where first base coach Carl Johnson's at. Do it again here at 3-2. Garetano hit by a pitch, advance to second on the wild pitch, over to third on the balk as that one is high and inside. And Sam Davidson will take first base on the walk. That'll bring up runners on the corners, and this is not the guy you want to face, especially with runners on. Matt Priest is having himself a good early going in the season, has himself 7 hits, leads the Black Bears in hits so far between the non-league and regular season. Got 4 hits versus Portland this season. On Saturday, he went 3 for 4 with a stolen bag. Went 3 for 4 against this very squad as he'll duck and fall. Do a little somersault as we've seen a lot of pitches high and inside as Dennis not able to control the strike zone too well against righties. He's already hit 2 and walked 2. But Priest showing bunt had to go all the way back to where he loses his balance and falls onto the turf. Back up though, ready for the 1-0 from Dennis. High, and it's 2-0. So Priest was one of the 2 strikeouts. Both strikeouts from Dennis have been looking. And now he's got 2 on, nobody out. Davidson on first. Garetano on third. That one's ripped into left field for a base hit. Garitano will come in to score. An RBI single for Matt Priest, and the Black Bears lead it 1-0. That is the 8th hit of the season for Matt Priest. He extends his Black Bears lead and has himself an RBI single. Now 2 on with nobody out. The Black Bears now up 1-0 here in the bottom of the 3rd. And that'll bring up Tyler Nelson in his second at bat. He was hit in the back with a breaking ball in the 1st inning. Shows bunt, pulls it back, and it's still called strike 1. First baseman Trey Williams was creeping up on the grass. Still up on the grass there. Third baseman Rylan Taguchi is a bit farther back on the turf. 2 on, still nobody out. 1 run already in after the Priest single. Here's the 0-1. Swung on and missed, and it's 0-2. This top of the lineup has been really big for this Black Bears offense. Swung on and missed, and 3 straight strikes for Dennis gets Nelson swinging. His 3rd strikeout of the day for Dennis, and there's 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd. I'll bring up Paxton Bigby. He grounded out to a 4-6-3 double play in the 1st, but drove in 3 on Tuesday, as he's got a chance to drive in 1 or 2 more with anything hit to the outfield or the gaps. First pitch outside, and it's called ball 1. So Sam Davidson walked, advanced to second on the RBI single from Priest. He's on first. Davidson stole 12 bags this season for Lower Columbia, so he does have some speed. That one's in the dirt. Good block from Audison as it saves both runners from advancing. But it's 2-0 to Bigby. Thank you. 2-0. That one hits the outside, and it's 2-1. That one skied foul. Could be playable for Taguchi, as he will make the catch on the dirt near the fencing out there at third base, and that's the 2nd out. It'll be big for Dennis to get out of this with just the 1 run, as that'll bring up Finn Stewart, as Stewart has a hit in every game he's played so far, all 5 of them. He's got 5 hits in total, so he's averaging 1 hit per game, but he still has a hit in every game. Right now 0 for 1, though. He flied out to Kovac at short in his first at-bat, as that one just misses for ball 1. Still 2 on, but now 2 outs. Swung on and missed. A bit of a half swing from Finn Stewart, and it's 1-1. So Nelson goes down swinging. Bigby pops out to Taguchi at 3rd, and Davidson and Priest have been frozen here for 2 batters on 1st and 2nd. That one just misses outside, and it's 2-1. Both non-league games so far for Cowlitz have ended 9-2. The game on Tuesday and the game last Thursday, the 29th, against Ridgefield. Their only 2 wins of the season, though, as they're 0-3 in the regular season. Popped up foul. That'll get out of play. And it's 2-2. Hit by pitch, Garitano. He takes second on the wild pitch, third on the box, scores on the Priest single. And that's the difference so far in this one. 1-0 Black Bears. Still threatening though. 2 outs, 2 on. Davidson's going to go as that one's grounded. Through into the left. Davidson rounding third. He'll score easily. And an RBI single from Finn Stewart. Black Bears lead it 2-0. Nice head start from Davidson as he was able to easily score from second on the base hit from Stewart, as he now has a hit in 6 straight games. An RBI single in 2 straight games as that extends the lead to 2, and that brings up Jose Carmona Jr. Walked in his first at-bat, was thrown out at home in the second inning on the Josh Hansen double. First pitch is outside for ball 1. Nice hit and run for Stewart and Davidson, as didn't seem like Priest was going with Davidson, but he still takes second on the base knock. 1-0 popped up foul. It will get out of play, and it's 1-1. So now Priest on second, Finn Stewart on first after the RBI single. Seen a lot of singles from this Black Bears offense, but it's been working so far against the Nighthawks. So they currently lead it 2-0. Here's the 1-1. Inside, that'll get past Audison, Priest, and Stewart will advance 90 feet. And they'll take third and second, respectively. Now 2 in scoring position here for Carmona Jr., 2-1. Another one gets past Audison. Allows both runners to advance, and now Priest 90 feet away, and Finnegan Stewart in scoring position with 2 outs. Now the 2-1. It's popped up left side. Calling everyone off is Kovac, and he'll make the grab for out number 3. The 2 RBI singles from Matt Priest and Finn Stewart give the Black Bears a 2-0 lead heading to the 4th.
Dick Hanna Toyota is proud to support our Cowlitz Black Bears. One of the nicest experiences each summer is to be with family and friends and watch these talented baseball players. The folks over at Dick Hanna Toyota know a thing or two about nice. Dick Hanna has been around for over 75 years, and they're a local family-owned business with a tradition of supporting our community. Dick Hanna Toyota. Believe in nice.
Your poor wallet. It gets misplaced, sat on, and abused by outrageous car payments. At Fiber Federal Credit Union, we think it's high time you reward your wallet by lowering your auto loan payment. For a limited time, refinance from another lender and get a great rate from Fiber Federal with a 1% cashback bonus on your payoff amount, no payments for 60 days, and 0 fees, including title transfer. Refi your ride, reward your wallet at Fiber Federal. We're kind of like a family, only we're a credit union.
Well, after the Black Bears are on the road versus the Yakima Valley Pippins this weekend, come join us on Tuesday through Thursday as the Black Bears take on the new team in town, the Marion Berries, in a 3-game mid-season series. Tuesday it'll be LCL FCU night, presented by Lower Columbia Longshoresman FCU. All LCL FCU members get tickets for free. And it's another $3 Tuesday. On Wednesday, it'll be Kelso School District night, where all students and teachers will receive free admission with a valid school ID. And Thursday, June the 12th, is another celebration of 15 years of Cowlitz Black Bears baseball, with another Throwback Thursday, as well as Schools Out night, where all students and teachers from Cowlitz, Waukeakum, and Lower Columbia colleges get in free with a valid school ID as the first pitch is ripped fair down the left field line. And J.R. Starr takes the first pitch for a leadoff double. That champion back out there gives up the leadoff double to J.R. Starr. His second straight is hit. He's got a hit in 2 straight games now, and leadoff man in scoring position here with nobody out for Aaron Henry. First hit of the game for the Nighthawks as champion will step off the rubber. And we'll reset here as Henry walked in his first at-bat in the first and got caught stealing on a good throw from Carmona Jr. Shows bunt. See if he went. And it seems as though he pulled it back on a pitch inside, and that'll be 1-0. That one swung on and missed by Henry as it's 1-1. Paxton Bigby up on the grass once again after the bunt being shown. Aaron Henry from Mason, West Virginia. Small town right on the West Virginia-Ohio border. That's ripped into right field, and that's going to get down fair for extra bases. Rounding third is Starr, and he will score easily. Aaron Henry all the way to third with a stand-up triple. And the Nighthawks have their first run of the game. It's 2-1. 2 straight extra base hits. That one brings in a run, and now the tying run 90 feet away with nobody out. That'll bring up Luke Kovac. Two swings, and now Nighthawks 90 feet away from tying this game up at 2 as that one swung on and missed by Kovac for strike 1. Kovac flied out to Bigby in foul territory in his first at-bat to end the first. Runner on third and Henry after the triple. Swung on and missed, and it's 0-2. Seemed like Hansen was playing a bit up. Had to run a mile to get to that one. That went all the way to the wall. And Henry, we saw he has some speed. Only 4 bags stolen, but was flying around first and second and was able to get into third standing as that one's in the dirt for ball 1. It's 1-2. Here's the 1-2. Popped up foul, and we'll do it again at 1-2. Kovac struck out 35 times this season for Clackamas. Hit 169, went 20 for 118. And had 3 2-hit games in his season. 2 of them coming versus Southwest Oregon. 1-2. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball. Carmona Jr. will toss it over to first on the drop third. And a big first out for Matt Champion. That's his 3rd strikeout of his outing. And that'll bring up John Wright here. Man on third, 1 out.
Batting for the Nighthawks, the designated hitter number 13, John Wright.
John Wright in a big spot here, as was Luke Kovac. He goes down swinging on the drop 3rd strike. Aaron Henry still sitting 90 feet away. Anything hit to the outfield, he definitely has the speed to score. Swung on and missed, and it's 0-1. John Wright was the first batter to face Champion. Back in the 2nd inning, he grounded out to Davidson at 3rd. Here's the 0-1. Misses a bit low, and it's 1-1. Be a big second out here for Champion, especially since the 1 run has already come in and Henry is still on third. One is popped up foul and will get out of play. And it's 1-2. Switch of baseballs for Champion. 1 run on 2 hits for the Nighthawks. Both those hits coming the first 2 batters of this inning. Double from Starr. He ends up scoring on the Aaron Henry triple. Now the 1-2 to John Wright. Got him! Strike 3. Goes down looking 4th K of the game for Champion, and a big second out here in the top of the 4th. That'll bring up Rylan Taguchi. Was the first strikeout victim for Matt Champion in his first at-bat in the 2nd inning. Now up here, man, on third, 2 outs after the big strikeout of Wright looking. Now the first pitch to Taguchi is swung on and missed for strike 1. Would be big for Champion here to just come out of it with just the 1 run after back-to-back extra base hits for the Nighthawks. 0-1 fouled back to the netting, and it's 0-2. Matt Champion 1 strike away. Getting out of the jam here and keeping the lead for the Black Bears. Here's the 0-2. Got him swinging. Matt Champion, man on third, no outs. He strikes out 3 straight and keeps the Black Bears at a 1-run advantage heading to the bottom of the 4th, 2-1.
Get ready for another summer of family-friendly fun with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Rally your crew and head down to David Story Field for delicious food and drinks, affordable entertainment, and unforgettable memories. The Black Bears can host your group, business, friends, and youth sports team. Whether you're entertaining clients, treating your employees, or just looking for a fun night out with coworkers, David Story Field is the place to be. Create a summer of great memories with the Black Bears. Book your group outing today at cowlitzblackbears.com.
You know what it takes to be successful. When you're ready for a bank that looks at the world like you do, bank outside the ordinary with Heritage Bank. Located here in Longview at 927 Commerce or online at heritagebanknw.com. That's heritagebanknw.com. Member FDIC.
Bottom 4, and the Nighthawks score 1, but it definitely could have been worse for the Black Bears as Matt Champion, his 3rd, 4th, and 5th strikeouts of the day, all come in a row with Aaron Henry on 3rd as he gets out of that jam. The Black Bears still have a 1-run lead here. It's 2-1 as it will be Josh Hansen, Gavin Poffenroth, and Nicky Garitano, the top 3 in the bottom half of the 4th. Against Emerson Dennis back out there for his 4th inning as Josh Hansen will step up to the plate. Doubled in the 2nd inning. Would have been an RBI double, but Carmona Jr. was thrown out at home. Ended up scoring 2 in the 3rd anyways, but now Hansen leading off here in the bottom of the 4th. First pitch right down the middle for strike 1. Josh Hansen hails from San Francisco, California. The city, as what people in the Bay Area call it. It's been all over. If from San Francisco, went to IMG Academy in Florida. Played for USC and is now up here in Longview. Now quickly down 0-2 in his 2nd at-bat. He He's majoring in communications and minoring in sports management. That's what he was doing at USC, but is in the transfer portal right now. As that one's in the dirt. Good block from Otteson. And it's 1-2. Hansen, his senior year, hit .382, but also played for the San Francisco Seagulls of the California Collegiate League, and he hit .282 in that league in 22 games. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Good breaking ball from Emerson Dennis. That's the 4th strikeout for him today. And there's one out here in the 4th. And that'll bring up Gavin Poffenroth, who was the 2nd strikeout of Emerson Dennis's day back in the 2nd inning. He went down looking. First 2 strikeouts for Dennis were looking. The next 2, including the one from Hansen we just saw, was swinging. That one's just outside for ball 1. Wano is ripped past the 5-5 hole into left field for a base hit. Gavin Poffenroth has his first hit of the season. As for the 3rd inning, and out of these 4, the 2nd guy in the lineup is on. Tyler Nelson was on in the 1st after the strikeout of Priest in the 1st. Carmona Jr. walked after the Finn Stewart fly out to short, and now a strikeout from Hansen leads to a Poffenroth single. So if you're the 2nd guy on the order in the upcoming innings, might get a hit here. As that one's ripped in the same spot, and 2 straight hits for the Black Bears offense as Poffenroth heads into 2nd. Nicky Garitano has reached for the 2nd time today. That one hit right in the same spot. In between Kovac and Taguchi at short and 3rd respectively, as that'll bring up Sam Davidson. He's already reached in his first at-bat on a walk. Ended up coming around to score one of the 2 runs. And now has 2 on here with 1 out. So that one's grounded foul down the 3rd base line. Poffenroth on 2nd, Garitano on 1st, 2 straight singles. First pitch swinging Garitano was as he ripped one down to left field. As did Poffenroth, as that one's outside for ball 1. That's 5 hits now for the Black Bears. Only 2 runs in though here in the 4th. They're going to need to extend this lead here. That one's ripped into left field. Going back on it is J.R. Starr, and he will make the catch at the track for out number 2. Good piece of hitting from Davidson, but the wind is not in his favor as it's blowing from left to right field. Pushes it forward, and Starr's able to make the catch out there in deep left field for out number 2. And now that'll bring up back to the top of the lineup in Matt Priest, who hit an RBI single in his last at-bat. Brought in one of the 2 Cowlitz runs. First pitch in the dirt. Otteson able to make the block, and it's 1-0. Priest struck out looking in the 1st, but singled in Nicky Garitano after he advanced 2 bases on the wild pitch and the balk. In the dirt again, and it's 2-0. You say in the dirt if it's a turf field? Maybe you say in the turf. I'm just so used to saying in the dirt, but could say in the turf. Might work. 2-0 breaking ball is outside, and the count is 3-0. So one ball away from loading the bases here is Emerson Dennis, as with the lack of pitching depth for the Nighthawks, they're keeping him out there. And that 4 innings, or 3 2/3 at least, as that one's right down the pipe, and it's 3-1. Two on, 2 outs here after the deep fly ball from Davidson. That one is outside for ball 4, and that will load the bases for Tyler Nelson. Nelson got hit by a breaking ball right in the back, right on the number 5 on his jersey in his first at-bat, and struck out swinging last inning in the 3rd. Now up in a big spot here, bases loaded. But 2 outs, he has no room for error here in this 3rd at-bat. Having a good season so far, looking to keep it up with the bases loaded. First pitch is high and inside for ball 1. Nelson is second in hits for Cowlitz, but 6. 4 of them coming in non-league games. 2 versus Ridgefield and 2 on Tuesday versus the Nighthawks. Breaking ball misses, and it's 2-0. Nelson from Salem, Utah, just south of Provo, which is just south of Salt Lake City. Swung on and missed on the breaking ball, and it's 2-1. Drove in 36 runs at Rogers State this season. Drove in 18 at Utah State Eastern last year. Another good breaking ball hits the zone, and it's 2-2. Cowlitz has already left 3 on here through 3 innings, and if Dennis gets out of this, it would move up to 6. 2-2. In the dirt, good block from Addison, and it's 3-2. So now everybody will be running. 3-2, 2 outs. Poffenroth on third, Garitano on second. Matt Priest on first after the walk.
Here we go, Ty.
Everyone's going to have a head start here, and now 3-2 from Dennis is inside ball 4. Nelson will take the walk, Poffenroth will score, and the Bears are back up 2. It's 3-1. Oh, an RBI walk for Nelson. His second time reaching. As the base is still loaded here for Paxton Bigby. As Rocco Ferrari wants to talk to his pitcher. Alongside Addison. Getting ready to face Paxton Bigby. Still not out of it yet as the base is still loaded. Now Nelson on first, Priest on second, and Garitano on third. As Bigby will step up to the plate. Looking to blow this one open against Dennis. Bases loaded walk already brought in 1 this inning. Now the first pitch. Another one, good block by Addison, a bit inside, and it's 1-0. 4 walks, 2 hit by pitches for Dennis. 6 free bags given up by him so far. That one just misses low, and it's 2-0. Dennis not able to control the zone right now. Has walked 2 straight, given up 2 singles. That one's ripped foul. down the right field line, just barely foul as it'll be 2-1. Good attempt over there first by Williams as he dove for it, but Bigby will have to go back up to the box and face the 2-1. If that was fair, it would have brought in at least 2. Nelson does have the speed. He could have scored all the way from first on it, but now 2-1 pitch. That one's a fly ball into left field. Under it is Starr, and he will make the grab for out number 3, but Black Bears are back up 2 after the bases loaded walk by Tyler Nelson as we head to the 5th. 3-1, Black Bears lead it.
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Cowlitz Black Bears.
Join the Cowlitz Black Bears for a summer full of fun with $3 Tuesdays and kids and free Sundays. Every Tuesday home game, general admission tickets, hot dogs, nachos, and domestic canned beer are all just $3. Plus, every Sunday, kids 12 and under get free admission when accompanied by an adult thanks to Peace Health and the Daily News. Don't miss out on affordable family fun every Tuesday and Sunday with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Get your tickets today at cowlitzblackbears.com.
Top of the 5th. New pitcher out there for the Black Bears, it's Chase Brushy. That champion finishes with 3 innings pitched, giving up 2 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, and striking out 5. Really nice. Top of the 4th. Gave up the run on the double from Starr and the triple by Henry, but able to strike out Kovac, Wright, and Taguchi to keep them at bay. And keep them at 1 run here as now they lead it by 2 once again. After scoring 1 in the bottom of the 4th, as Chase Brushy will try to keep that lead at 2 for the Black Bears. Brushy, we haven't seen him since last Thursday against Ridgefield, where he threw 1 in a third and gave up 1 hit. No runs, walked 3 and struck out 2, but ERA remains at 0 as he's back out here for another exhibition match. One of the 2 returners alongside Alex Buchanan. Facing off against McConaughey Geisen, who rips 1 into center field for a base hit on the first pitch. So for the 2nd straight inning, the first pitch leads to a hit for the Nighthawks. That'll bring up Trey Williams, as it'll be him and then Maurice Salam and Jace Audison. And them get on, it'll be back to the top of the lineup in J.R. Starr, who started off that top of the 4th with a double on the first pitch. Swung on and missed by Williams, and it's 0-1. So Brushy pitched 32 innings for Cowlitz last season. Had a 1-3 record at a 5.06 ERA for the 21-33 squad of last season that missed the postseason. So that one's fouled off, and it's 0-2. This season he was on Ottawa University, Arizona. Didn't play for them, though, this season, as he was with Chemeketa the last 2 seasons in 2024 and 2023. That one's way over the head of Carmona Jr., and it is ball 1 as Geisen will advance to second on the wild pitch. Breaking ball gone awry as that one goes all the way back to the boards. Geisen able to make a light jog the extra 90 as he moves into scoring position. Now Carmona Jr. will have a meeting at the mound with Brushy. Brushy from Dallas, Oregon, a bit west of Salem. 21 years old. His birthday will be during the season, July 31st. Pitched a combined 73 1/3 innings between his 2 seasons with Chemeketa. 3.3 ERA his sophomore season, 3.58 his junior. 0-2, grounder off to second. Garitano will make the throw over to first. For the first out as Geisen will take third. So Geisen 90 feet away, as was Henry with nobody out last inning. He doesn't end up scoring. Nighthawks looking to change that in this inning as they're looking to cut the lead back down to 1. It'll be Maurice Salam. And the first pitch just misses outside for ball 1. Salam also played for Clark along with some of his teammates. So that one's outside for ball 2. Only got 1 hit in 10 games. His 1 hit was versus Southern Idaho. Will Grizzle's squad. Grizzle only pitched 1 inning so far today. That one's fouled off for strike 1. Grizzle only 1 inning, but it was a pretty good inning as he walked 1, but Henry was caught stealing at second as it was technically a 1-2-3 frame. Didn't give up any hits, didn't give up any runs. So a good season debut for Grizzle. 2-1 in the dirt. That gets past Carmona Jr. Here comes Geisen, and he will score. As the Nighthawks cut the lead back down to 1 on the wild pitch. It's 3-2. Called a ball, so now 3-1 to Salam. Still only 1 out here in the top of the 5th. 1 run already in after 2 wild pitches as that one hits the zone. And the count runs full. That's the second time we've seen one of the Nighthawks toss their bat as if it was ball 4. Only to be given the bad news. Salam is from Renton, Washington, standing at 5'7". Renton is southeast of Seattle. A lot of guys from the Seattle area. As that one just misses outside for ball 4. So Salam this time will take his base after the walk. And now a man on first again with 1 out for Jace Audison. Audison grounded out to short in the 3rd inning, his first at-bat. It was the 6th of 6 straight retired by Champion before the run coming in the 4th inning. That one just misses low, and it's 1-0. Salam had 6 stolen bases his senior year at Hazen High School. Had 4 his junior season. Breaking ball hits the zone for strike 1. Audison, another Mount Hood guy, born in Pendleton, Oregon, near the Washington border just south of Walla Walla. Throw back to first, not in time as Salam's back in diving. Audison only 5 hits in 16 games. Had 1 2-hit game on March 30th versus Clark. Then 2 for 2 with a run scored. That one's grounded to the 3rd. Davidson bobbles it and has to go over to first as he'll get the out there. And that's the 2nd out. Davidson seemed keen on going to second to get the leadoff man, but bobbles the grounder and still makes the good throw over to first for out number 2 as we head to the top of the lineup now. J.R. Starr will make his 3rd appearance at the plate. Hit a leadoff double on the first pitch of the top of the 4th. Ended up coming around to score on the Aaron Henry triple. As that one hits the outside edge for strike one. J.R. Starr was with Linfield his freshman year this year. Didn't play, but hit 393 in his junior year at Hermiston High School. Good breaking ball right down the middle for strike two. Runner on second in Salam, the 0-2 in the dirt. That gets past Carmona Jr., and Salam will take the extra 90. He heads to third. So a lot of balls getting past Carmona Jr., a lot of them getting in the turf. As that's the third one right there, as it allowed one run to score, the only run in the top of the fifth, but now it has Salam on third with two gone as the tying run. That one's grounded down the third base line, but foul. And we'll do it again at 1 and 2. Starr led off the game with a pop out to Bigby at first in foul ground. Here's the 1-2. That is blooped into center field for a base hit. Salam will score, and the game is tied up at 3. The Nighthawks score 2 to tie the game. That one on a J.R. Starr RBI single, his second hit of the game. And we are all tied up at 3 here in the top of the fifth. That'll bring up Aaron Henry. He's reached twice after striking out 4 times on Tuesday. He walked, got caught stealing in the first, and hit an RBI triple to bring in the first Nighthawks run. That one misses outside for ball 1. So now Starr on first with 2 outs after the RBI bloop single. Scored Salam, make this a 3-3 game, as that one's big ol' whiff and a miss by Henry, and it's 1-1. As mentioned earlier, Henry's from Mason, West Virginia, a long ways away from home. Mason's population is 865. So talk about a small town. He is from a small town. He went to Wahama High School. His high school enrollment, 7th through 12th grade is his high school, and an enrollment of 369, which is actually almost half of the population of the whole town. It also means his graduating class was probably around 40 or 50 as he swings and misses for strike 3. And that'll do it. We're halfway home, tied up at 3 after 2 runs by the Nighthawks in the top of the fifth.
Join the Black Bears for a night to remember on Thursday, July 24th. Bring the kids out to the ballpark for the always popular Dash for Cash, presented by Heritage Bank. All kids 12 and under will get to go on the field to dash for their share of $1,000 in cash. Then, stick around after the game as the Black Bears light up the night sky with their first ever drone show, presented by Pacific Tech Construction and Western Fabrication. Tickets will go fast. Get yours today at CowlitzBlackBears.com.
Call Weather Guard.
577-7200.
Weather Guard!
Private leak. Why do I have a drip in my office and water on my desk?
Because the roof is bad. I tried to fix it myself, sir.
Didn't I tell you to call the guard?
The guard?
Yes, Private, the guard. Weather Guard.
Oh, yeah. They'll keep you dry in the rain or snow. 577-7200.
They're our first defense against the weather. Now, call Weather Guard.
Sir, yes, sir.
Keep you dry in the rain or snow.
577-7200.
Weather Guard!
Bottom 5 here from David Story Field as the Nighthawks have tied things up at 3. And now they will bring in a new pitcher. Samuel Demaya will step in. He played his 2025 at Clark. Only pitched in one game where he hit a batter on March the 29th against Mount Hood, but went 0 for 2 versus Pierce on May 3rd, so hasn't pitched too much in 2025, but pitched 2 innings against Corvallis where he gave up 4 runs on 2 hits, walked 2 and struck out 2 in their 12-6 loss. Didn't see him on Tuesday though. So he'll be facing off against Finn Stewart to lead off the bottom of the 5th, and he'll take ball 1. It'll be Stewart, Carmona Jr., and Josh Hansen, the top 3 in this bottom frame of the 5th. First lefty we've seen for the Nighthawks so far in this series, as that one hits the zone for strike 1. One. Grounded foul down the third base line, and it's 1-2. Demaya redshirted in 2024, his freshman year. Sorry, redshirted this season. That's why he only played 2 games. Standing at 6 feet tall. One-two. That's grounded up the middle. Ranging is Kovac. He'll make the running throw to first and safe. Stewart beats it out. Nice infield single from Stewart, his second hit of the game. First game he's gotten 2 hits, even though he's gotten at least 1 hit in all 6 of his games with the Black Bears. This is his first 2-hit game as he reaches on the infield single, and that'll bring up Jose Carmona Jr. 0 for 1, he walked in the second inning, flew out to Kovac at short in the 3rd. Over in shallow left field to end the 3rd as he drops down the bunt down the first base line as it gets past Amaya, and Carmona Jr.'s on with a bunt single. So back-to-back singles. That's the 7th hit of the game for the Black Bears. First for Carmona Jr. as he reaches. And now 2 on with nobody out, with the game tied up here at 3. Runner in scoring position, Stewart would give them the 4-3 advantage, as head coach Dan Spencer will come out to give Josh Hansen a little talk before his at-bat. Big here as he faces 2 on with nobody out. He already doubled in his first at-bat. Struck out swinging, though, in the 4th. Now facing a lefty for the first time this season. Stewart, the infield single. Carmona Jr., a bunt single. So 2 on, 2 singles, and neither of them left the infield. First pitch to Hansen as he drops the bunt down, pulls it back, and it's called ball 1. Up on the grass is Williams. A little farther back is Taguchi at 3rd, and Hill infielders in double play depth. Drops the bunt down again in front of the catcher, Audison. Throw on to first is in time for out number 1, but both runners advance, and it's a successful sacrifice for Josh Hansen as both runners are in scoring position now with 1 out. And now that'll bring up Gavin Poffenroth with runners on 2nd and 3rd and 1 out. He singled last inning in the 4th, came around to score. The only Black Bears run scored in the 4th inning. One of the 3, and now he's up with 2 on, and now the infield all the way in First pitch just misses low for ball one. Finn Stewart on second, Carmona Jr. on second, Finn Stewart on third. One out here in the bottom of the fifth. 1-0's grounded, bobbled at third. No throw to home as that one is airmailed, and Carmona Jr. will take third. Everybody is safe as Finn Stewart comes in to score, and the Black Bears take a 4-3 lead. So Taguchi bobbles the ground ball at third and airmails the throw all the way to the fencing. Allows Carmona Jr. to take third. And now he's 90 feet away. Black Bears now leading it by 1, 4-3. Offenroth finds his way on. And now to be Nicky Garitano. He's already reached twice, once on a hit by pitch, ended up coming around to score the first run of the game. Singled in the fourth. Part of back-to-back singles between Poffenroth and Garitano, as now up for his third at-bat in 3 innings. Poffenroth running for a second, called strike one, no throw, as Poffenroth will take second for his first stolen base of the season. And it's back to second and third with 1 out. Carmona Jr. on third, now Poffenroth on second after the stolen bag. Infield is all the way in yet again. Now the 0-1. Showing bunt, drops it back as that's way high and outside for ball one. Only Trey Williams pushing in once again, but entire infield on the grass. That one's grounded to short. They'll throw over to third as Carmona Jr.'s back safely as Garitano reaches and the bases are loaded. Kovac thought he had Carmona Jr. out to dry at third, but he gets back safely. No throw over to first as Garitano reaches, and now the bases are loaded here with 1 out. Kovac and bases umpire Jacob Trotter having a little conversation after Trotter called that one safe. Kovac didn't seem to agree with it too much, and now bases are loaded here for the 9-hitter Sam Davidson. First pitch outside. Good grab from Addison to save a run from scoring as it's 1-0. Still only 1 out. Now with the bases loaded, Finn Stewart singled to lead off the inning, ended up scoring. Carmona Jr. singled, advanced to third on the air from Taguchi. Sacrifice hit from Josh Hansen. The E5 from Taguchi allows Poffenroth to get on, and now the ground out that was a close play at third, but safe was Carmona Jr. allows Garitano to get on, and now he's on first. Now where to put him as it's 2-0 here to Davidson. One misses low again, and it's 3-0. Davidson's already walked, came around to score in the third. And if he walks, that'll bring up the top of the lineup in Matt Priest. One of the hottest hitters on the team with the bases loaded and 1 out. 3-0. That one misses ball 4, and another bases loaded walk. The second one of the game for Nighthawks pitching brings in another run, and it's 5-3 Bears. And now with the bases loaded and 1 out, Matt Priest will step in. Already has a single and a walk. He's reached twice. First pitch to Priest is a bit low for ball one. And the bases are still loaded. 2 runs already in. So each team has now scored 1 run in the 4th and 2 runs in the 5th. As the offenses are going back and forth here in this second game of the 2-game set. That one in the turf, and it's 2-0. So Sam DeMaya unable to throw strikes. Sam DeMaya from Lanai City, Hawaii, which is a very small island west of Maui. The population is only 3,300, and the island area is 140.5 square miles. Still the 6th largest Hawaiian island, and it's nicknamed the Pineapple Island because of its pineapples. You know, you could have guessed that. Two-0. That one's inside, and it's 3-0. And again, nowhere to put him. Already 1 bases loaded walk to Davidson. Brought in Carmona Jr., and now this one would bring in Poffenroth as that one's low for ball 4. And another bases loaded walk allows a run to score. And the Black Bears extend their lead to 3. It's 6-3. So 2 walks now for Priest in the top of the lineup. He's now reached 3 times, and it'll be Tyler Nelson, who was the first recipient of the bases loaded walk last inning. 1 run that came in for Cowlitz in the bottom of the 4th. Now 3 in the 5th. And he's back up with the bases loaded and 1 out. That one finally hits the zone for DeMaya as it's strike 1. So that is 2 straight walks for DeMaya with the bases loaded after giving up 2 hits to lead off the inning. That one swung on and missed, and it's 0-2. So first pitcher's count we've seen in a while for DeMaya, and as it comes against Nelson. Nelson's reached twice, 1 hit by pitch and 1 walk. Also struck out swinging in between those 2 at-bats in the 3rd. 0-2's fouled off and out of play, and we'll do it again. So Garitano now on 3rd, Davidson now on 2nd, and Priest now on 1st for Nelson. Jackson Bigby on deck. Nelson and Bigby, the only 2 batters that haven't had a real AB in this inning. That one just misses low, and it's 1-2. So the 3 runs for the Nighthawks are the most that Cowlitz has given up in a non-league game so far this season. That one's grounded past the dive of Kovac into left field. Stopping at 3rd is Davidson, but Garitano will score. And it's a 7-3 Bears lead on the RBI single from Tyler Nelson. Well, everyone advances 90 feet and keeps the station switching. Everybody moves up as it'll be Paxton Bigby, last batter to not have an AB yet in this inning. As Finn Stewart, who led off the inning with a single, is now on deck after 4 runs have already come in, as that one's ripped into right field for a base hit. Scoring is Davidson. Everyone advances another 90 feet. And 5 runs in this bottom of the 5th. It's 8-3 Cowlitz. Well, for the first time in 2025, Cowlitz has officially batted around as Finn Stewart led off the inning with a single. He is back up with the bases loaded and still only 1 out. 5 runs so far in this 5th inning. And more could still be coming as Priest is on third now. Nelson's on second. Bigby's on first after the single. As 5 runs have come in. Swung on and missed as it is strike 1. Stewart and Carmona back-to-back singles as Carmona Jr. was putting on the catcher's gear but is now back up to get ready to hit for the second time this inning. That one's fouled back and out of play. And it's 1-2. For DeMaya Jr., all 5 runs that have scored this inning have been earned. 5 hits, 2 walks, no strikeouts. That one gets back to the screen. Coming to home is Priest, and he's in there with a nice slide. 6 runs in the bottom of the 5th, and it's 9-3 Cowlitz. Both runners in Nelson and Bigby will advance to third and second, respectively. Now a free bag for Stewart as Priest was ready to run the whole way. Very nice slide on the turf. It was very clean. Very smooth, very MJ-esque. And now Nelson representing the 10th Cowlitz run 90 feet away. 2-2 misses low and the count runs full. Nobody warming up in the Nighthawks bullpen. There's actually nobody even over there. It's very empty in that left field bullpen. Swung on and missed, and that's strike 3. Finn Stewart strikes out. First strikeout of the day for DeMaya, and the second out here in the bottom of the 5th. And now for the second time in this inning, Jose Carmona Jr. will stand in. Singled, came around to score in the earlier this inning in the 5th. Now up 2 on, 2 out. First pitch, swung on and missed, and it's 0-1. DeMaya, the island of Lanai, where he's from, is 98% of the island is owned by the co-founder of Oracle, Larry Ellison, which is a bit confusing because, like, how do you buy an island? That is ripped into right field. Going back on it is Geisen, and he will make the grab for out number 3. That ends a chaotic inning in which 6 runs score for the Bears as they lead it 9-3.
Join the Black Bears on Saturday, July 12th in a night to honor the brave men and women in our community with the special First Responders Jersey Auction presented by Steelscape. Fans will get to bid on these special edition game-worn jerseys, and the winning bidder will be invited onto the field for photos after the game. Each jersey will feature a patch representing one of the local law enforcement and fire agencies around Cowlitz County. 100% of the proceeds from the jersey auction will go toward Cowlitz County Habitat for Humanity. Get your tickets today at CowlitzBlackBears.com to be a part of this special event. June is full of family fun with the Black Bears at David Story Field. Enjoy $3 Tuesdays all month long with $3 admission tickets, hot dogs, nachos, domestic canned beer, and bottled soda. On Wednesday, June 11th, it's Kelso School District Night, where students, teachers, and faculty members from Kelso get in free. Then on Thursday, June 19th, all youth baseball and softball players will get in for free when they show up in their team uniform. Join the fun and get your tickets now at CowlitzBlackBears.com.
Well, top of the 6th, and the Black Bears lead it by 6. And think it's about that time we take a look around the South Division in the West Coast League. The Walla Walla Sweets are currently up 7-3 on the Yakima Valley Pippins, who the Black Bears will be taking on starting tomorrow. Marion Berries are shutting out the Ridgefield Raptors in the bottom of the 7th, 6-0, as the Bend Elks are down 3 against the Springfield Drifters in the bottom of the 5th. And the Portland Pickles are up 2-0 on the Corvallis Knights in the bottom of the 4th. If that score holds, the Corvallis Knights will start the season 0-3, which is unheard of when you think of how dominant Corvallis has been in the past decade. You know, they didn't win last year. Of course, the Portland Pickles did, but still, starting 0-3 is a bit crazy for a Corvallis squad that's won 7 of the last 8 championships. Chase Brushy's back out there for another inning, and he'll be facing Luke Kovac, John Wright, and Rylan Taguchi, the 3-4-5 hitters in this top of the 6th. It's fouled back to the netting. Brushy left with the game tied at 3 and is back out there now with a 6-run lead. And that's just how quickly things can change in the game of baseball. 6 runs in the bottom of the 5th. A couple of bases loaded walks, a couple of RBI singles. Good breaking ball hits the zone, and it's 1-2. Marion Berries shutting out Ridgefield. They're a few innings away from their first series win in franchise history after getting their first win in general in franchise history on Tuesday. That one's ripped. That's going to get over the head of Hansen all the way to the wall into second. Rounding second, heading for third is Luke Kovac. Throw on to third is not in time. And it's a leadoff triple for Luke Kovac. He's 90 feet away here with nobody out. Kovac into third. He's got some speed. That one went way over the head of Hansen. Kind of reminded of Henry's triple in the 4th that brought in the first run for the Nighthawks that went over there. A little bit more to the left, though, was Kovac's triple, as that one's fouled back to the screen for strike 1. Check swing fouled all the way to the netting above the Black Bears dugout. And it's 0-2. Well, we've seen a runner on third and no out not come in to score for the Nighthawks before. Champion striking out the next 3 he faced. Feels like forever ago after that 6-run inning, but breaking ball just misses outside, and it's 1-2. We have a pinch hitter on deck for Rylan Taguchi. It'll be Branson Castleberry, as that one's ripped into the same spot, and that one will get over the head of Josh Hansen. Coming in to score is Kovac, and it's a double for John Wright. 4th run of the day for the Nighthawks, and it's 9-4. Josh Hansen having to run a lot out there, as there's been a lot of opposite field extra base hits for the Nighthawks. 4 runs have come in, and now with John Wright on second, it'll be pinch hitter Branson Castleberry. Good breaking ball in the zone for strike 1. Branson Castleberry went to Mount Hood this season, his freshman year, as that one's in the zone, and he's quickly down 0-2. John Wright on second after the RBI double, and now the 0-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3. 3 straight strikes as Brushy Good comeback at bat against Castleberry. His second strikeout of his outing, and that's the first out here in the top of the 6th. And that'll bring up another pinch hitter for McConaughey Geist, and it'll be Kellen Desbians taking the first pitch for strike one in his first at-bat today. He went 0 for 1 with a hit by pitch before getting pinch hit for on Tuesday. That one just misses for ball 1. Desbians played for Corbin University this season. Redshirt freshman year. He's from Longview. Down the street, went to Mark Morris High School. He knows this area like the back of his hand as he swings through that one for strike 2. One, two, swung on and missed for strike 3. Third strikeout of the day for Chase Brushy as he strikes out the 2 pinch hitters for the first 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. And that'll bring up Trey Williams. 0 for 2, struck out swinging the second strikeout for Matt Champion in his 3 innings. And grounded out to second against Brushy in the last inning. Swung on and missed for strike 1. And the last scoreless inning was the top of the 3rd for either side, as Cowlitz scored 2 in the bottom half of the 3rd, and then each team traded 1 run in the 4th. 2 runs for the Nighthawks, but 6 for the Bears, to give them 9 runs once again in a non-league game, as already 1 run in for the Nighthawks in this inning after the John Wright RBI double. 0-2. Fouled off into the parking lot, and it stays 0-2. So a lot of offense for both sides today. A lot of runs being scored by Cowlitz, but a lot of extra base hits on the side of the Nighthawks. 0-2 in the dirt. Carmona doesn't know where it is, but he grabs it. No advance at second from John Wright as he'll head back, and it's 1-2. Took a bit of a weird hop on the ball in the turf. 1-2, 2 outs. 4 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for the Nighthawks. Down 5. 1-2. High and outside, and it's 2-2. Williams went 0 for 3 versus Corvallis. Two is into the gap in left center field. That'll drop and head all the way to the wall for extra bases. 1 run will come in as Williams will go into second base sliding, and the lead for the Black Bears is down to 4. It's 9-5. That's the 5th extra base hit for the Nighthawks in this one out of their 7 hits. 3rd in this inning, as they've been doing a good job at hitting it over the head of right fielder Josh Hansen and hitting the gaps, as that one goes all the way to the boards. And Trey Williams will take the extra 90. He heads into 3rd. Maurice Salam grounded out to short in the 3rd and walked. Last inning, came around to score one of the 2 Nighthawks runs. Here's the 1-0. Popped up, foul ground. Bigby, Garitano, Hansen running for it, and none of them are able to grab it as it bounces in foul territory for strike 1. So 2 runs already in here. Nighthawks have more extra base hits in this game than the Black Bears have had all season. Here's the 1-1. High for ball 2. Matter of fact, the 3 extra base hits for the Nighthawks in this inning tie the Black Bears in extra base hits so far this season. Two 2-1 outside and low, and that moves the count to 3-1 as Carmona Jr. wants to have a chat with Brushy. There's somebody warming up in that Black Bears bullpen. It's going to be Jake Robinson. Robinson is one of the 2 lefties in the Cowlitz pitching staff alongside Quinn Hubbs, who we saw start on Sunday. I think we might see start over the weekend in Yakima. Sixth run for the Nighthawks is 90 feet away. This 3-1 count is Brushy not able to locate at the moment. Here's the 3-1. That's a fly ball into right field. Hansen has it for out number 3, but 3 extra base hits bring in 2 runs as the Nighthawks cut the lead down to 4. It's 9-5 Black Bears.
Dick Hanna Toyota is proud to support our Cowlitz Black Bears. One of the nicest experiences each summer is to be with family and friends and watch these talented baseball players. The folks over at Dick Hanna Toyota know a thing or two about nice. Dick Hanna has been around for over 75 years, and they're a local family-owned business with a tradition of supporting our community. Dick Hanna Toyota. Believe in nice.
Your poor wallet. It gets misplaced, sat on, and abused by outrageous car payments. At Fiber Federal Credit Union, we think it's high time you reward your wallet by lowering your auto loan payment. For a limited time, refinance from another lender and get a great rate from Fiber Federal with a 1% cashback bonus on your payoff amount, no payments for 60 days, and 0 fees, including title transfer. Refi your ride, reward your wallet at Fiber Federal. We're kind of like a family, only we're a credit union.
Bottom 6, and the Black Bears have actually left 8 runners on base, but have scored 9, so I'm sure Dan Spencer isn't too fazed by that statistic. Samuel DeMaya is back out there for another inning as he'll be facing off against Josh Hansen, Gavin Poffenroth, and Nicky Garitano to lead off this bottom of the 6th. DeMaya gave up 6 runs last inning on 5 hits, walked 2, both of them with the bases loaded, and struck out Finn Stewart, his only K of his outing so far. He's back out there for a second inning. First pitch to Josh Hansen's outside for ball 1. Hansen has doubled, struck out swinging, and had a sacrifice bunt to advance Finn Stewart and Carmona Jr. to second and third last inning. Both of them ended up scoring as that one's low for ball 2. Sun is starting to descend once again here in Longview as it creeps behind the trees. In the dirt, gets past Otteson, but all good as it's 3-0. Kellen Desbians is in right field now for Connie Geisen, and Castleberry is at third for Rylan Taguchi. After both of them pinch hit in the last half frame, both of them striking out against Brushy as Josh Hansen will take first on a 4-pitch walk. So now every inning, Cowlitz has had a runner on. As it'll be a pinch hitter for Gavin Poffenroth. It'll be Trent Wainfeld. So Wainfeld getting the pinch hitting duties. Probably stay at DH as Poffenroth ends his game with a strikeout swinging a single. He reached on an error in the 5th. Ended up scoring twice. 2 of the 9 that have Cowlitz up by 4. Showing bunt pulls it back, Wainfeld, as that one's low for ball 1. One-0 shows bunt again and pulls it back. Called ball 2. Wainfeld got the start on Tuesday versus the Nighthawks. He went 1 for 3, scored a run, and struck out. Has played kind of sporadically. Played the first 2 games versus Ridgefield and Portland, and has played the last 2 games versus Portland and Nighthawks. That one's in the dirt for ball 3, and Sam DeMaya started off this inning with 7 straight balls. It's the first time Wainfeld has come off the bench as a pinch hitter this season. And that one misses for ball 4, gets past Audison, but Josh Hansen will take second easily on the walk. And the first 2 have reached here. 8 straight balls for Sam DeMaya. And the first 2 are on walks for Nicky Garitano, who's reached in all 3 of his at-bats. Garitano has had an interesting 3 at-bats. Got hit by a pitch, singled in the 4th, and grounded into a fielder's choice after Kovac threw over to third. Carmona Jr. was back in safely as Garitano has reached in all 3 at-bats and is now up for the 4th time in 4 innings. As he's dropping down the bunt early, but that one gets past Audison, and runners will take second and third. So no bunt needed anymore, as Nicky Garitano will most likely swing away here with runners on second and third, no outs. Make that 9 straight balls for DeMaya to start off this inning. 3 of them have gone past Audison in the dirt. And now meeting at the mound between Audison and DeMaya as head coach Rocco Ferrari will head out to speak with both of them. It seems like he will, pointing out to the bullpen, looks like he will make the pitching change here. So we have a new pitcher for the Northwest Star Nighthawks. 2 on, nobody out. Sam DeMaya still responsible for the guys on second and third, and Hansen and Wainfeld. We'll be right back after a quick commercial for the continuation of this bottom of the 6th inning.
Get ready for another summer of family-friendly fun with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Rally your crew and head down to David Story Field for delicious food and drinks, affordable entertainment, and unforgettable memories. The Black Bears can host your group, business, friends, and youth sports team. Whether you're entertaining clients, treating your employees, or just looking for a fun night out with coworkers, David Story Field is the place to be. Create a summer of great memories with the Black Bears. Book your group outing today at cowlitzblackbears.com.
Well, we're back. Runners on second and third. Nobody out for Nicky Garitano as he is in the midst of a 1-0 count as Rocco Ferrari took out his pitcher in the middle of an at-bat. We don't see that too much. We don't see that too often nowadays, but he'll be, Samuel DeMaio will be replaced by Noah Salyers. Salyers, usually a pinch hitting replacement, now on the mound, as in 2 games he has not pitched yet, but he has gone 0 for 1 with an RBI. Came in as a pinch hitter, or a pinch runner for Northwest Star on Tuesday. Otherwise has not played too much for the Nighthawks. From Battleground, Washington nearby, went to Battleground High School. He'll be facing off against Garetano, as mentioned. Scored twice, reached 3 times, as that one gets past Audison. Heading for home is Josh Hansen, and he'll score easily on the pass ball. And now 10-5, the Bears lead it. Wainfeld advances to third as another ball heading to the screen allows more free bases for the Bears offense. A man on third, nobody out for Garetano, and it's 2-1 after that one's called a strike down the middle. That one hits the zone for strike 2. Bottom of the lineup in Sam Davidson on deck, and then it'll be back to the top in Matt Priest. Outside, it's 2-2. Sorry, 3-2. Already 10 runs on 10 hits for the Bears. Have to see if this means that they'll hit better in the weekend series versus Yakima, as they combined for 3 runs in the 3 games against Portland. But already have 19 in 2 games versus Northwest Star. Now, of course, these are exhibition games, so they don't really count for much. But hopefully this is a good momentum booster for the Black Bears offense, especially for their first road series. That's high and inside for ball 4. And Garetano will take first base. That's the 4th straight time he's reached, 4 in 4 attempts. All of them coming on different ways. He hit by pitch, a walk, a fielder's choice, and a single. So Garetano finding new ways to get on, as that one's grounded down the third base line, foul. For Sam Davidson, who's reached twice on his own. 2 walks. That one is the zone for strike 2. Quickly down 0-2 is Davidson. That was the 9th walk, Garetano's. 9th walk from Nighthawks pitching. That one's fouled back to the screen, and it stays 0-2. Davidson's got 2 of them. Garetano has 1. Wainfeld has 1. And Hansen has 1. Carmona Jr. has 1. Nelson has 1, and Priest has 2. Everybody in the Black Bears lineup has reached at least once. And everybody except Sam Davidson has a hit in the starting lineup. Wainfeld reaching his one at bat, but it was a walk. He's the only pinch runner, as that one hits the zone as Davidson goes down looking. Second strikeout of the day for first strikeout for Salyers, and that's the first out here in the bottom of the 6th. And that'll bring up Matt Priest. 1 for 2 with 2 walks, Priest. Got a walk with the bases loaded, brought in a run as he has to lean back on another pitch for ball 1. Matt Priest has had some very bad luck when it comes to breaking his bat. He's already done it twice in his 5 games Runner and Garitano goes as that one's fouled off. Hit and run opportunity, but it's fouled up and out of play, and Garitano will have to head back to first. That one just misses outside, and it's 2-1. That is drilled foul, but we'll get all the way over to the party deck. It's 2-2. You know, it feels like these past 2 innings have taken 2 days. 6 runs in the bottom of the 5th, 1 run only here in the bottom of the 6th. Runners at the corners with 1 out as Garitano runs, and Priest will take ball 4. That's his 3rd walk in 3 at-bats. 4th time reaching overall as the bases are loaded for Tyler Nelson. Tyler Nelson always seems to find himself in these situations with runners in scoring position. Hit himself an RBI single in the 5th inning. Drove in one of the 6 for the Black Bears as the first pitch is high for ball 1. That's ripped into right field. Back on it is Tyson. He'll make the grab as runner in 3rd. Wayne Feld tags up to score, and it's 11-5 Black Bears. Desbian's in right field making the grab as he was in for Geisen. Part of the 2 defensive replacements. That'll bring up Paxton Bigby after the sac fly from Nelson. That's his 2nd RBI as that one's popped up along the infield. And speaking of Castleberry, he'll call everyone off, make the grab for out number 3, but 2 runs come in, 2 more runs for the Bears as they lead it by 6. It's 11-5.
You know what it takes to be successful. When you're ready for a bank that looks at the world like you do, bank outside the ordinary with Heritage Bank. Located here in Longview at 927 Commerce or online at heritagebanknw.com. That's heritagebanknw.com. Member FDIC.
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Cowlitz Black Bears.
Oh, it was a bit warmer today, around 76, 78. It's getting a little colder as wind picks up. The sun's going down as it's getting a bit darker outside. And well, after this, the Northwest Star Nighthawks will be heading down to Springfield to take on the Drifters in a 2-gamer, starting tomorrow and heading into Saturday. Cowlitz will be heading up to Yakima to take on the Pippins, and I don't know if you've checked the weather for this series versus Yakima, but it will be very hot. It is supposed to be 97 on Sunday, and I have never been less excited for that. Somebody who sweats very easily, it will be nightmarish. We will persevere and hopefully come out of Yakima with a win or 2, or maybe 3. Top of the 7th now, as the pitcher in for the Black Bears is the lefty, Jake Robinson. Last time Jake pitched was on Sunday. Pitched 1 1/3 against Portland. Didn't give up a run, didn't give up a hit. Struck out 1 and walked 1, so had a pretty decent outing against a good Pickles offense. Also pitched a perfect inning against Ridgefield last week. That is the gist of his 2 appearances so far this season. This is appearance number 3. They'll try and keep the lead for the Black Bears at 6. That one's low and outside for ball 1. Robinson's from Boise, Idaho. Went to Bora High School. Pitched pretty well. Had a 3.3 ERA in 23 1/3. He's ranked the #1 overall left-handed pitcher in Idaho. According to Perfect Game back in 2023. See him misses inside for ball 2. Two O's swung on and missed for strike 1. Robinson currently at Washington State, played his sophomore season this year. Pitched 13 1/3, gave up 22 earned runs. As that one's in the dirt for ball 3. Before Washington State, he was at Columbia Basin. He pitched really well, had a 1.88 ERA in 72 innings pitched. Only gave up 15 runs, walked 38 guys, struck out 99. And speaking of walks, the leadoff man is on with 1. As Jace Audison will take his free base. A lot of walks in this one from both pitching staffs. 9 for the Nighthawks. That was the 3rd for the Black Bears. 1 from Grizzle, 1 from Brushy, and now 1 from Robinson. And now the first pitch to J.R. Starr is low for ball 1. One-0 misses, and it gets in front of Carmona Jr. Audison was ready for it as he'll take second. Now runner in scoring position with nobody out for the Nighthawks. Looking to score a run in the 4th straight inning. Already 4 straight innings with a run for the Black Bears after scoring 2 in the bottom of the 6th, and now the 2-0. That one hits the inside for strike 1. Robinson at a 14.85 ERA this season with Wazoo, but in a month span between March 11th and April 11th and May 11th, he had 10 innings where he only gave up 1 earned run. And on March 11th versus Oregon State, very good college team, he pitched 3 innings, didn't give up a run, walked 3, but struck out 3. Good outing versus a really good team, and Oregon State, who are currently in the NCAA Super Regionals. Going to take on Florida State starting tomorrow. Robinson seemed to really enjoy pitching on the 11th of each month, though, as his streak of 10 appearances with 1 earned run starts on the 11th, ends on the 11th, and then his 3 versus Oregon State is on the 11th of March as he throws that one back to second. Close, but no call. Still nobody out. 2-2 to J.R. Starr, the leadoff man, who has 2 hits, a single and a double. Came around to score in the 4th. Scored the first run for the Nighthawks today. That one's fouled off, and we'll do it again at 2-2. Robinson majoring in business. feel like business is such a vague major that like I feel like you gotta like say you're specifying, you're like majoring in something specific, right? That one misses high for ball 3. And on second and Audison, after the walk and the wild pitch, as J.R. Starr will look at strike 3, first strikeout of the day for Jake Robinson. And that's the first out here in the top of the 7th. That'll bring up Aaron Henry, another lefty-on-lefty matchup. We saw a couple of those when DeMaio was pitching against Carmona Jr. and Paxton Bigby. First pitch hits the outside edge for strike 1. Henry had an RBI triple in the 4th, but after a walk has struck out 5 times in this series so far. Here's the 0-1. Misses outside for ball 1. Aaron Henry, before he played at Mount Hood, was at Salem University, where he redshirted in 2024. Robinson steps off. No one really close to covering, but now Tyler Nelson, the shortstop, moving over. See if they can catch Audison lacking off of second. Well, Nelson moves back to his normal positioning as that one misses just outside for ball 2. Well, the sun's starting to set here, and it's been a bit of a long game here. We're still in the top of the 7th, as it's only been two hours and 25 minutes, which was the length of the game yesterday. Or sorry, not yesterday, on Tuesday. Game on Tuesday was 2 hours, 25 minutes, and now we're 2:25 in, and we're only in the top of the 7th with one out. That one hits the outside for strike 2. Carmona Jr. motioning Robinson to keep staying on that outside corner. It's only worked half the time as he's gotten 2 of the 4 calls. Audison walked to lead off the inning. Now on second after the wild pitch. That one's fouled off and will get out of play. We'll do it again at 2-2. The Portland Pickles have extended their lead against the Knights to 7-0. And so now looking quite likely that they'll move to 6-0. Breaking ball just misses low, and it's 3-2. Pickles look to be the team to beat. The Pippins are down 11-3 against the Sweets in the top of the 7th. So good to know this game's not the only one taking a minute. 3-2 is grounded to short. Tyler Nelson will throw over to quick throw to first to beat the speedy Henry for out number 2. Tyler Nelson's been really good defensively at the shortstop position, and that's why he's been starting all 5 games for the Black Bears, as Dan Spencer will head to his bullpen to bring in another pitcher as Jake Robinson just faces 3. Takes on Aaron Henry on a lefty-on-lefty, and will get taken out of the game for a new guy. We will see who that guy is right after this.
Join the Cowlitz Black Bears for a summer full of fun with $3 Tuesdays and kids and free Sundays. Every Tuesday home game, general admission tickets, hot dogs, nachos, and domestic canned beer are all just $3. Plus, every Sunday, kids 12 and under get free admission when accompanied by an adult thanks to Peace Help and the Daily News. Don't miss out on affordable family fun every Tuesday and Sunday with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Get your tickets today at cowlitzblackbears.com.
Alrighty, top of the 7th, 2 outs here as a man on second in Jace Audison. New pitcher in for the Black Bears is going to be Steven Hammergren. Steven Hammergren pitched last on Sunday versus the Portland Pickles. He threw an inning, gave up 2 runs on 4 hits. Struck out 1, also pitched against Ridgefield. He pitched a nice perfect inning against the Raptors in that 9-2 victory on the 29th. That's all we've seen of him so far. He's a local kid from Longview, went to Mark Morris High School, and played for Lower Columbia this season and last. So it was all about this area, this team, and this stadium. As we see the sun setting, a little bit more blue as the sunset today as the clouds are starting to roll in a little bit, but you know, every sunset you see is still a good one, especially here in Southwest Washington. So it'll be Luke Kovac, the number 3 hitter, to face Hammergren, and it's his first batter of the outing. Kovac has a triple, otherwise a strikeout and a flyout to Big B at first. Came around to score last inning in the 6th, one of the 2 runs scored by the Nighthawks in the top of the 6th. First one misses inside for ball 1. Audison on third. That one gets past Carmona Jr., but no running at third from Audison. As it's 2-0. Hammergren walked 14 guys with Lower Columbia this season. 17 last year in 2024. 2-0 is outside, and it's 3-0. Here's the 3-0. That one misses for ball 4, so 4-pitch walk to start the outing for Hammergren. As Kovac will take first. 2 walks in this inning between Hammergren and Robinson as the runners on the corners now with 2 outs. It'll be John Wright, the cleanup man, stepping up to the plate. Runners on first and third. Audison on third. Kovac on first. Both of them on because of walks. Audison moved to third because of a couple wild pitches. That one misses just a bit outside for ball 1. Hammergren played with the Wenatchee Apple Sox in 2024. And a nice 2.64 ERA in 17 innings. That one's low for ball 2 as 6 straight balls for Hammergren to start off his outing. $14 walks, 29 Ks this season for the Red Devils. That one finally hits the zone for strike 1. Going at first is Kovac as the throw to second is not in time. Kovac. Oh, looks like John Wright will be called out. Be some sort of hitter's interference on the throw as that'll be the 3rd out. And it's time to stretch here at David Story Field. We head to the bottom of the 7th. The Black Bears lead it 11-5.
Join the Black Bears for a night to remember on Thursday, July 24th. Bring the kids out to the ballpark for the always popular Dash for Cash presented by Heritage Bank. All kids 12 and under will get to go on the field to dash for their share of $1,000 in cash. Then stick around after the game as the Black Bears light up the night sky with their first ever drone show presented by Pacific Tech Construction and Western Fabrication. Tickets will go fast. Get yours today at CowlitzBlackBears.com.
Call WeatherGuard.
577-7200.
WeatherGuard!
Private leak. Why do I have a drip in my office and water on my desk?
Because the roof is bad. I tried to fix it myself, sir.
Didn't I tell you to call the guard?
The guard?
Yes, Private, the guard. Weather Guard.
Oh, yeah. They'll keep you dry in the rain or snow. 577-7200.
They're our first defense against the weather. Now, call Weather Guard.
Sir, yes, sir.
Keep you dry in the rain or snow.
577-7200.
WeatherGuard!
Well, everyone has hopefully stretched. If you haven't, well, it's too late. You can't stretch for the rest of the game. Them's the rules. I don't make the rules. Bottom 7 here as the Black Bears lead at 11-5. Noah Sawyer is back out there for another inning, and he'll be facing off against Finnegan Stewart. Sawyer's had a good inning in relief of Demaya. Demaya, in one inning, gave up 5 hits, 8 earned runs, 4 walks, and 1 strikeout. That one is in the zone for strike 1. Stewart singled twice. His first 2-hit game of his 6 he's played. Played in every game so far for the Black Bears as that one's fouled. And it's 1-2. Stewart also flew out to Kovac at short and struck out swinging in his last at-bat. First of only one strikeout for, the only strikeout for Sam Demaya in his outing. That one's outside, and it's 2-2. That one's high. The count runs full again, and it's 3-2. 2 runs in the third, 1 in the fourth, 6 in the fifth, 2 in the sixth. 11 runs on 10 hits for the Black Bears as that's a chopper to short. Throw over to first by Kovac, and it's a nice play on the run from Luke. He gets Finn Stewart for the first out. This play like that happened in Finn Stewart's third at-bat, but Stewart was able to beat it out, but this time Kovac was able to make the throw in time, and that's the first out here in the bottom of the 7th. That'll bring up Jose Carmona Jr. He's 1 for 3, has a single, a walk, and 2 flyouts as that one is fly to left field, and it will drop over near the concession stand out there in left field for strike 1. That one's fouled back on the breaking ball, and it's 0-2. Carmona Jr. at one point trained with Ethan Salas in Florida. In their house, apparently their house has a backyard with a baseball field on it. Very crazy looking. Imagine having a house with a baseball field in the backyard. That one's ripped into the gap in right center field. And the second hit of the game for Carmona Jr. He's got himself 2 singles on the day. And now a man on first with 1 out for Josh Hansen. Well, Jose Carmona Jr. seems to make a lot of really good contact on the ball. Seen him rip a couple of singles, had a double on Tuesday. Good exit velo off the bat as Hansen will take strike 1. Hansen in his first start is 1 for 2. Sacrifice hit and a walk and a double. As well as a strikeout swinging, but he takes that one for ball 1. That one hits the bottom of the zone for strike 2. That one just misses outside, and it's 2-2. Well, tomorrow the Bears and the Pippins face off at Yakima County Stadium at 6:35. Oh, misses for ball 3, and it's 3-2 here with 1 out. Carmona Jr. on first. There goes Jose as that's a chopper back to the pitcher. Salyers makes the throw to first as it gets past Williams as Carmona Jr. will advance to third. And an errant throw brings them to runners on the corners with 1 out. This pinch hitter Trent Wainfield will step in for his second at-bat. Error on the throw from Salyers allows Hansen to reach, and Carmona Jr. to advance another 90 feet as he is on third with 1 out. Trent Wainfield walked in his last at-bat. Part of the 4 walks in the 5th inning that allowed 6 scores. He takes the first pitch into center field for a base hit. Carmona Jr. will score. And the Bears have now scored in 5 straight innings. Trent Wainfield has an RBI single, and it's 12-5. First pitch swinging was Trent. Took it into center field, and Carmona Jr. walks home for the 12th run. Now it'll be Nicky Garitano. He's reached in all 4 of his plate appearances. That one's ripped on the first pitch, and that's in the left field. Hansen is stopped at third, and the bases are loaded with 1 gone. So Garitano has now reached 5 times in 5 at-bats. He's got 2 singles, a walk, a hit by a pitch, and a fielder's choice. And it's another bases loaded situation, and this time it's for Sam Davidson. 9-hitter, he's walked twice, but is still the lone starter in this lineup for the Bears to get a hit. Would be a good chance to get one now with the bases loaded. Hansen on third, Wainfield on second, Garitano on first. Another swing at the first pitch and flied out to center field. Back on it is Henry, and he'll make the grab. And everyone will be tagging. Throw to second is not in time. Garitano takes second. Hansen will score, and it's a sac fly for Sam Davidson, and a 13-5 lead for the Bears. Smart base running by Garitano. It was deep enough to where he was able to take second. Eliminates the force out at second. Now with 2 outs and runners on second and third, we're back to the top of the lineup in Matt Priest. Another swing at the first pitch, but this one's fouled up and out of play to the right side. So that's 4 straight times that batters have swung on the first pitch for the Black Bears. And it's worked out pretty well so far as they've scored 2 in this inning already. And are leading by 8. That one right down Broadway for strike 2. Matt Priest has struck out swinging, singled, and has walked in the 4th, 5th, and 6th. That one behind him. Good juke move to get out of the way of that one as it's ball 1. Did the Michael Jackson move to get out of the way of that one. One, two gets past Audison as Waynfeld will score, and it's 14-5 Bears. It might be time for Dan Spencer's squad to start emptying the benches. As they are now up 9, it's 14-5. They've scored in 5 straight innings. All their runs have been scored in the last 5. That one's outside for ball 3. Some good momentum for this Black Bears team. That one's ripped into the gap in left center field. Going on it is Starr, and he'll make the running grab for out number 3. But 3 more runs come in as the Black Bears have blown it open. It's 14-5.
Join the Black Bears on Saturday, July 12th in a night to honor the brave men and women in our community with the special First Responders Jersey Auction presented by Steelscape. Fans will get to bid on these special edition game-worn jerseys, and the winning bidder will be invited onto the field for photos after the game. Each jersey will feature a patch representing one of the local law enforcement and fire agencies around Cowlitz County. 100% of the proceeds from the jersey auction will go toward Cowlitz County Habitat for Humanity. Get your tickets today at CowlitzBlackBears.com to be a part of this special event. June is full of family fun with the Black Bears at David Story Field. Enjoy $3 Tuesdays all month long with $3 admission tickets, hot dogs, nachos, domestic canned beer, and bottled soda. On Wednesday, June 11th, it's Kelso School District Night, where students, teachers, and faculty members from Kelso get in free. Then on Thursday, June 19th, all youth baseball and softball players will get in for free when they show up in their team uniform. Join the fun and get your tickets now at CowlitzBlackBears.com.
Well, we have a catcher change as Stephen Hammergren's back out there for another inning, but Carmona Jr.'s day is done. It'll be Spencer Kowalski behind the dish for the rest of this one. Hammergren will now have a 9-run lead compared to a 6-run lead that he had in the last inning. He'll be taking on Branson Castleberry to start off this top of the 8th. Wouldn't be surprised if Hammergren gets the rest of the game here to save pitchers for tomorrow in this three-gamer against the Yakima Valley Pippins. Game 1 starts at 6:35. Game 2 starts at 6:35. And Game 3, you want to guess when that one starts? Well, you're wrong. It's 5:05. Swung on and missed 3 straight strikes for Branson Castleberry as he goes down swinging. Between him and Rylan Taguchi, they have a combined golden sombrero. 2 strikeouts each as that's the first out here in the top of the 8th. That one is the zone for strike 1. To Kellen Desbians in his second at-bat after taking over for Makani Geisen. Long on and missed for strike 2. Pitching a lot quicker is Hammergren as that one just misses outside. It's 1-2. One, two outside, and it's 2-2. Desbian struck out in his first at-bat, the 3rd strikeout for Chase Brushy. This is the 5th pitcher used by Spencer and the Black Bears. 2-2 grounded foul down the first base line, and a nice barehanded grab out there by Colin Schiller, first base coach for the Nighthawks. He's out there with a cast on. Nice bright pink cast. Good breaking ball by Hammergren. Freezes Desbians. And the second strikeout for Hammergren, and the second out here in the 8th. And that'll bring up Trey Williams. Williams is 1 for 3. He's got a double, a strikeout, and a ground out to Garitano at second. Another breaking ball, but that one misses outside for ball 1. That one hits the outside for strike 1. Long on and missed, and it's 1-2. 14 runs, 13 hits, no errors. Which is big after 9 errors against Portland. No errors in these 2 games so far. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Hammergren strikes out the side in the 8th. As we head to the bottom half of the frame, it's 14-5. Black Bears.
Dick Hanna Toyota is proud to support our Cowlitz Black Bears. One of the nicest experiences each summer is to be with family and friends and watch these talented baseball players. The folks over at Dick Hanna Toyota know a thing or two about nice. Dick Hanna has been around for over 75 years, and they're a local family-owned business with a tradition of supporting our community. Dick Hanna Toyota. Believe in nice.
Your poor wallet. It gets misplaced, sat on, and abused by outrageous car payments. At Fiber Federal Credit Union, we think it's high time you reward your wallet by lowering your auto loan payment. For a limited time, refinance from another lender and get a great rate from Fiber Federal with a 1% cashback bonus on your payoff amount, no payments for 60 days, and 0 fees, including title transfer. Refi your ride, reward your wallet at Fiber Federal. We're kind of like a family, only we're a credit union.
Bottom of the 8th, and a new pitcher on for the Northwest Star Nighthawks. And it'll be Zach Danublio stepping up to take on a pinch hitter to lead off the bottom of the 8th. It'll be Cade Wynn taking over for Tyler Nelson. Danublio was at Clark College his freshman season this year, only pitched 4 2/3 in 5 games, but pitched on Tuesday versus Cowlitz and didn't give up a run, only gave up 1 hit, struck out 2, so a good outing for Danublio, and now he's back here for the second game of the series, taking on Cade Wynn. That one is in the zone for strike 1. Cade Wynn played on Tuesday versus the Nighthawks, went 1 for 2 with a run scored and 2 walks. That one's high for ball 1. Swung on and missed, and it's 1-2. Cade Wynn went to Silverton High School, Mount Hood Community College. Same high school and college as Carson Waples, who we've seen pitch a couple games this season for the Black Bears. We'll be starting this weekend against the Pippins. Swung on and missed, dropped their strike, and Wynn gets tagged by new catcher Christian Chasson. And that's the first out. And that'll bring up Paxton Bigby. Bigby's popped out twice, flew out to left field, has a RBI single, and grounded out to a double play all the way back in the first. All the way back in the first. About almost 3 hours ago, as that one's low for ball one. That one misses low for ball two. That one's driven to left field. Going under it is Starr. And he'll make the running grab for out number two. That'll bring up Finn Stewart for his sixth at-bat. 14 runs in here for the Black Bears, a threatening first scoreless inning since the second. The bottom of the second. That's the last time they didn't score in an inning. That one just misses outside for ball one. That one hits the zone, and it's 1-2. Breaking ball freezes Stewart, and a 1-2-3 frame for Danublio. We head to top of the ninth. The Black Bears lead it 14-5.
Get ready for another summer of family-friendly fun with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Rally your crew and head down to David Story Field for delicious food and drinks, affordable entertainment, and unforgettable memories. The Black Bears can host your group, business, friends, and youth sports team. Whether you're entertaining clients, treating your employees, or just looking for a fun night out with coworkers, David Story Field is the place to be. Create a summer of great memories with the Black Bears. Book your group outing today at cowlitzblackbears.com.
You know what it takes to be successful. When you're ready for a bank that looks at the world like you do, bank outside the ordinary with Heritage Bank. Located here in Longview at 927 Commerce or online at heritagebanknw.com. That's heritagebanknw.com. Member FDIC.
Steven Hammergren will look to close it out here with the Black Bears up 9. He'll be taking on Maurice Solom, Jace Audison, and J.R. Starr, the 8-9-1 guys in the lineup for the Northwest Star Nighthawks, who, barring a absolute miracle, will be getting swept in this two-game series before they head to Springfield to take on the Drifters for another two-gamer. First pitch is hit up the middle, running in. Cade Wynn makes the nice throw over to first for the first out. Oh, never mind, that's Nicky Garitano. He's moved over to short, and Cade Wynn's at second. So that's Garitano with a nice running play on a ball that's grounded up the middle for out number one. First pitch to Tristan Chacon is in the zone for strike one. That one just misses on the fastball, and it's 1-1. Rounded back to Hammergren. He'll make the flip over to first. And that's the second out. Black Bears 1 out away from sweeping this two-game series. And it's all up to J.R. Starr. J.R. Starr is 2 for 4. Only batter in the Nighthawks lineup with 2 hits as he takes strike 1. 14 runs, 13 hits for the Bears. Their offense riding a high before the weekend series against Yakima. Immergren doing a good job of eating innings to help the pitching staff out for the weekend series. 1-1 is inside for ball 2. Two one right down the pipe, and it's 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. And that'll do it. The Black Bears sweep the Nighthawks in the 2-game series. They win it 14-5. Nighthawks finished with 5 runs on 7 hits, 2 errors. And the Black Bears finished 14 runs, 13 hits, and no errors. The Black Bears remain undefeated in league play. We'll see how that carries over to the weekend series versus Yakima Valley. Game 1 starts tomorrow at 6:35 from Yakima County Stadium. You can listen to it live on cowlitsblackbears.com. Till then, for everybody here in the press box at David Story Field, I'm Evan Patoka. We will see you tomorrow in Yakima for the first of a 3-game series between the Bears and the Pippins.